Today, if you haven't heard, marks the 100th anniversary of the ratification of the 19th Amendment, giving women the right to vote.
Tennessee played a pivotal role in the change, and dozens gathered in the state capitol today to celebrate it. Local actors and even current Tennessee lawmakers portrayed members of the 1920 State House of Representatives and reenacted the historic vote in the very place where it happened a century ago. About a mile from the Capitol, the city of Nashville rededicated an old monument at its new location in Centennial Park, honoring Tennessee's critical role in passing the 19th Amendment.
News Channel 5's Chris Davis shows us the socially distant celebration.
Okay.
And the white, of course, is the color suffrage.
Everything from the hats and the dresses.
Thank goodness they got us the right to vote, because these are very unhandy.
To the scorching August heat.
And it was hot like it is today. So.
Took Nashvillians back into the footsteps of some of the better angels of our nature.
When they said we the people back in those days, they left out a big part of the people.
100 years ago to the day is when their dream took flight. This monument is dedicated to how it happened.
And we're celebrating today as the day that Tennessee signed the legislation to make the 19th Amendment an amendment to the Constitution.
It's no coincidence that the statue ended up here at Centennial Park. More than a century ago, Ann Dallas Dudley led a march from the state capitol here to Centennial Park, and it was the first of its kind in the South. The speeches and rallies eventually pressured Tennessee lawmakers to finally take a vote on suffrage.
We like to talk about the celebration, but let me tell you, it was a do or die moment.
The deciding vote was cast by Harry Byrne, who was poised to vote against it until his mother wrote him a letter.
My great-great-grandmother had read a speech in the newspaper, and she had no.
Bells were ringing in Clarksville today to celebrate women's voting rights by proclamation from the city and county mayors. Bells around the county rang at noon to celebrate the passing of the 19th Amendment. The celebration comes 3 days after the city had held a suffrage march and dedication of the Tennessee Triumph statue and monument. Now, when you ring a bell tonight to celebrate the amendment's 100th anniversary, we also want you to look to the future. Just record yourself ringing a bell and tell us about a cause that matters to you. Tag the Nashville Public Library and News Channel 5 and use the hashtag #IRingTheBell.